Do you find it a little bit hard doing self-care and self-help like it's advertised? You know, with cucumbers on your eyes and in a mud bath? Me too, girl. And do you at the same time tend to think of it as a luxury, something that has to take a lot of your time, a lot of resources, it has to be really expensive too? A lot of us has this idea of self-care in our minds, which is why it's often bumped down to the bottom of your to-do list. It's often the last thing that you're doing because it's not as important and it's just not as productive as the other things we're doing, right? Like school, study, work, kids, family, dating, friendships. And maybe you've heard the work hard, play hard phrase, or you can sleep when you're old. Or even worse, you can sleep when you're dead. Society tells us to grind and it plays absolutely no favorites. The people who are really good at balance and knows with themselves when it's time to take a break usually excel in their work. They have a tendency to do better, last longer, and not burn out. And the people who tend to people please a little bit and don't have any clear boundaries of when they need a break, they tend to burn out, get sick and tired, or even worse, get a depression or develop anxiety. When we have a lot of things going on at the same time, it can be tempting to let go of the things that we love to do the most. After all, the things we enjoy doing for fun are just for fun, but these things are what keeps you healthy and wealthy. Practicing self-care shouldn't be hard to do, and it shouldn't have to take 2 hours out of your day. But you have to understand that taking these self-care breaks is for you to recharge and for you to excel in all the other things you have to do in your life. So here are my top 6 self-help practices you need to do to make a mindset makeover. Let's dive into the first one, that is about a sleep routine. Now, if you have a hard time falling asleep at night, it might be time to create a night routine. And again, I'm not talking fancy pantsy. You need to have 6 different facials before you go to sleep and a laser treatment and someone to come sing lullabies to you. No, I'm simply just talking about you mentally disconnecting before going into bed. Maybe you have a habit right now of scrolling right before bed. Ditch that habit. If you have a hard time falling asleep, it might be a clear sign that you should put your devices away before going to sleep, and creating a night routine, like 15 minutes, 30 minutes before you go into bed, of just you disconnecting from the day. I either make sure to read a book or I make sure to write down how the day has been with pen and paper, of course. It can also work with meditation, of already laying in your bed, meditating or listening to a guided meditation. I myself have tried falling asleep to the meditation, so it works. The second thing I want to touch on is mindful food and exercise. And I remember watching YouTube videos back in the day and hearing this and being like, do not tell me what to eat. Do not tell me if I should exercise or not. I think I reacted like that because I just simply didn't know what it actually meant. I didn't have the knowledge about mindful food and exercise. So since then, I have created a mindset shift. So now I connect the food and the exercise I do with actually being good to myself, versus thinking that healthy foods was a punishment to me, or that healthy food was my gateway to a sweet treat after. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had like raging anxiety from a day of complete laziness and overeating of sugar? Because 100% me too. I just remember like trying to sleep at night and being like, I can't sleep because I have so much anxiety, or just laying on the couch and being like, damn, I have so much anxiety. And it's such a hard thing to tap out of. But when you have had a period of really mindful foods and exercise, and you have one of those days, it's so crazy how specific you can just nail point it and say, it's because I ate a bag of candy or chips or drank a liter of soda. It's so easy to pinpoint that's where the anxiety stems from. And when you experience that enough times, it's like, I don't want to experience that anymore. You start connecting negative things with your old habits and good things with your new habits, and that makes it easier making that transition into thinking that eating healthy and doing regular exercise is linked to living a good life. Before, I would only eat healthy or go to the gym to look better. I would not think about how it made me feel. I just wanted to grow a fat booty and a slim waist. Obviously, still want that. Still on the journey to do that. But now that's a second priority. I eat healthy and exercise because I want to feel my absolute best. The third thing I want to touch on today is to set boundaries and actually hold that boundary. When you set a boundary toward other people, you might initially think that you're a mean person and you're letting them down, but in reality, you're not. Whenever you're setting a boundary in whatever relationship you have with someone, you're actually giving them a chance to improve and to get to know you even better. They have a chance to prove to you that they want to maintain that relationship with you. And they can do that by accepting your boundary. And most people will accept that and respect the hell out of you for actually putting it into words how you feel. And you need to understand that you're setting a boundary because you're putting yourself first. And if you're interested in hearing more about boundaries, I made a video not long time ago about that. And you can click right up here to watch that. The fourth thing I wanted to touch on is to disconnect from your devices throughout the day. In the end of the day, it is just not healthy to be glued to your screens. And that's regardless if it's work, social media, if it's news, whatever it is. Disconnect. Take the time to go outside, go for a walk, do something else than stare into a screen. And if you feel like you're sort of just going with the flow when it comes to your calendar, you have to make a conscious decision about taking an hour or so out of your day to go outside and connect with nature. Devices and nature are two complete opposites. The one is so superficial and the other one makes you feel a oneness with everything. It makes you feel fulfilled to connect with nature. I think that is the purest form of self-care that you can do. Connect with the universe, or if you believe in God, you're taking the time out to connect with the oneness that you're surrounded by. The fifth thing I have for you today is to organize everywhere. If your room is a little messy, if your house is a little messy, take the time to clean up. Tidy it up, put the things back to where they belong. Or if you're like me, I do have times where I am kind of messy, so I make sure that I have at least one day where I just reset the whole place. There's a bunch of videos here on YouTube on exactly that point where you can just watch that, see how people do it, but basically just tidy up your space. Because the more tidy your space is, the more peace falls into your mind. And this was just your physical environment. Then it comes down to your calendar, your emails, the people you follow on social media. Clean up. Take some time out, go through everything, make folders. Use the folders. Whenever you get emails, put the different emails in the different folders. Look at who you're following on social media. Do they contribute to your happiness? Do you get inspired by them? Or do they just make you feel empty or jealous? If they do that, unfollow. When you have a sense of everything is organized, you can get on so much easier with your day because you can lean back and trust yourself that you have got everything practical figured out. And then the last thing you need to organize is your thoughts. Take some time out, write everything down, organize your mind so that you don't have these thoughts just flying around in there that doesn't do you any good. Let them out on paper. Process it through writing, and when you do that, I promise that you will let go of some things that you've been holding back. It's a really powerful exercise and one that I really recommend you doing weekly or even daily. The sixth and last thing I wanted to touch on today was to do things that make you happy. Think about this. You can't give what you don't have. Your real work is to take care of yourself, and you can't live out your life purpose if you're not filled up with light and happiness. Your strength is you, your purpose, and what you can give to the world. And you have so much to give. And I just wanted to say that, like, don't be afraid to be proud of yourself. Don't be afraid to honor yourself and to honor the time you have with yourself. There is nothing selfish about that. You need these self-help and self-care breaks every single day. Don't wait till the weekend to do this. Don't wait till tomorrow to do this, but take the smallest things into your life that recharge you, and do them every single day so that you in the long run can excel at what you're doing and avoid burning out. It's often when you think that you don't need it or you don't have the time that you need it the most. So make sure that you bring some kind of break into your life every single day. And to help you with this, I have prepared an affirmation for you that will help you integrate these small breaks. It goes like this. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm committing myself to take better care of myself for the benefit of my own mental health, as well as for the people around me and for my life purpose and my mission to shine brighter than ever before. It is so. Thank you. Fam, this has been amazing as always. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you haven't already, please like to this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!